What's good to all my brothers and sisters out there in the world? This is your boy Fat Boy and Fat Boy Fist, and I'm gonna finish up where I left off earlier today. And since people think I'm just so harsh on black people, I don't know why y'all think that, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why y'all think that. People think that I'm so harsh on white people. I mean, so harsh. I can only tell you what's common knowledge. Anything that you ever hear me about is stuff that you see in the TV. You know what I'm saying? Stuff that see on the news, stuff you see on the radio, stuff you see on the internet. So all of these things are current. Everybody should already know this. You should already be used to it. So before you tell me I'm too hard on white people or you tell me I'm too hard on black people, you need to go look at the news, because anything that's in the world, I'm going to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody exempt up over here, y'all. You know what I'm saying? If you doing something, I'm going to say something. You know what I'm saying? And to me, it really don't matter what race you are. If you doing it, you got to call it out. You know what I'm saying? Now, to me, in this life that we live, y'all, if you can't admit to you being wrong, how could you ever change? If you can't say that you wrong in something that you did, how would you ever be better for the next day? How could you make it right? How could you learn from your mistakes and build on the truth instead of a lie? I do not like people that be sitting there lying to themselves, even though the truth is right in their face. I do not like it. So I figure, as hard as I am on white people, I'm the same hard as on my own people. If you look through some of my shows and listen to what the things that I am saying out, you know what I'm saying? Casting blame. No, I'm a cast blame on whoever's at fault, whoever is wrong. So I'm gonna say a couple of things, and I want y'all to just think of who these people could be. Out of all the people that's in the world, you know what I'm saying? All the people across America, who could these people be? Selling drugs. Who gets arrested mostly for selling drugs? Who is it? You know what I'm saying? You got your thoughts coming. Not paying their child support. Out of all the people across America, who is the number one people that get arrested for not paying child support? You should already know the answer. Robbing, and stealing. Out of all the people, nah, I can't say that. We about even on that. We do about as much. I don't care what them FBI reports say. You know what I'm saying? We do. To me, we could be even under that number right there. You know what I'm saying? Because we only 12% of the population. You know what I'm saying? And if you heard my first show, you know how I feel about that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to just go over some things that I wrote down on this piece of paper. And I want to know what you feel about it. Here in California, 4 million people don't have a valid driver's license because of unpaid fines or tickets. So they serious up on these tickets, y'all. Tickets are big business. You know what I'm saying? You don't pay your ticket, the ticket grow, turn into a bigger number. Then that number turns into another number, and you still got to pay them a little. They want something. You know what I'm saying? And they want something so bad over a ticket that they would lock you up. They don't care about your family. They don't care about your job. They don't care about you having to pay the rent or even giving your baby some milk. They want their money. They not playing over here with these tickets. You know what I'm saying? It is big business. It generates a lot of money. So when you driving down the street, you better keep it in your mind. You know what I'm saying? These cops is looking to write some tickets. They got to hit their quota. And from all the cop shows, you know, these poor officers, they get in trouble for not pulling you over and giving you a ticket. You know what I'm saying? They getting yelled at by their supervisor and stuff. So I can't be mad at them for doing what they got to do, because at the end of the day, they got a job. Like, it's crooked, it's shady, it's effed up. But they still doing their job like anybody else. I just don't like the ones that's out here giving people tickets and they not even doing what they said that they doing. Do you know how many times in my life a cop pulled me over and said whatever I was doing, I wasn't doing it? If I was to die right now and walk up to God, he would tell me the same thing I'm telling y'all right now. You know what I'm saying? I didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? But I still had to pay for it. I'm talking about those officers right there out there going over their quota, over their quota and messing with people when they're not in the wrong. Young brothers and sisters only make up 16% of all kids enrolled here in America, but are 27 more percent likely to be referred to the police, some type of program for kids. So when you see percents like that, and you know how many brothers and sisters that actually live here in America, that seemed like an extremely big number right there. And what kind of pisses me off is everybody doesn't learn the same way. You know what I'm saying? Some kids learn this way, some kids learn that way. You know what I'm saying? It's up to the teacher to find his niche and his learning pattern on how he gonna address teaching these kids. You know what I'm saying? Every child is different. You cannot expect everyone in this country to be on the same level. And if you do, you are a damn fool. You know what I'm saying? You are a damn fool. So yeah, 16% of kids enrolled, of our brothers and sisters are enrolled. About 27% are referred to police. 28% of young sisters and brothers are in juvenile detentions. 28%. Now, when you look at tonight and you see that it's only 40 million of us, that is a big number right there. That's why I say it falls on the teachers. Now, why is these teachers being so evil to our kids? You know what I'm saying? When our kids go to school, you can't tell me that 28% of them are effing up. Can't tell me that, and I actually believe that number has to be even lower than that. So these teachers, they have to find a niche on how they're addressing our kids for them to learn, or it's not going to work. Look at the numbers I just gave y'all. 28% of young black men and young black women are locked up in juvenile detentions. Why is that? You know what I'm saying? It makes me ask questions like that. Why is that? That number cannot be real. It has to be fabricated to me. I just can't believe that. Okay. Traffic tickets. Like I said earlier, that's big business right there. I'm not playing with y'all. The criminal legal system, big business. That's bodies filled up in the county. That's bodies filled up in the prison. You got to imagine they get paid for each prisoner that's there, and they send these prisoners to all these different local programs like what is it? I don't want to say chain gang because that's too old, but it's in the same level as that. You know what I'm saying? They send them all to these work release programs and work them all single day. Now, what does that remind you of? You know what I'm saying? You're working for free. You still locked up. You still can't go as you please, and you still got to go work for somebody for free. What does that sound like? I ain't even gonna say it because you should already know. The ACLU found that white and black smoke the same amount of weed, but brothers and sisters are arrested 3.7 times more likely to be arrested for possession of marijuana. So white people and black people, we smoke the same amount of weed. You know what I'm saying? But we're more likely to be arrested over it. So brothers and sisters out there who smoke that weed, man, don't leave it in your car. Man, don't take it out with you. Forget that you got a blunt hanging out your ear. That could cost you time in the county for a blunt. Out of all the things in the world that could cause you harm, I ain't never heard of nobody having no weed overdose. I ain't never heard about no weed heads carjacking you. I ain't never heard of no potheads breaking up in your house and stealing your shit. You know what I'm saying? That's some crackhead shit. So out of all the shit that you could get arrested for, they is picking on my brothers and sisters for weed. You need to go somewhere with that shit. It's too much crime outside your door to be messing with somebody over a joint. That's doing too damn much. Y'all hear me say it all the time. It's doing too damn much. The United States have longer sentences for drug offenses than most other countries. So here in America, they gonna throw the book at you. And if you black and you have a drug possession or charge or something, you kiss your ass goodbye. You know what I'm saying? You might as well kiss your ass goodbye because they gonna throw the book at you. You know what I'm saying? Excuse my harsh language, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So that should tell you, brothers and sisters out there. They're not playing with you over no drugs. And you don't have to be a criminal. Most people in the county jail, they are not violent offenders. You know what I'm saying? They're not violent people. They there because they didn't have enough money to get a good attorney to get them out. You know what I'm saying? They there because they couldn't pay them fines. You know what I'm saying? And they got them locked up because jail and prison is big business. You know what I'm saying? It's big business. It's money generated. You know what I'm saying? You got money generated just by your head, just the head count of you being up in there. And you don't think for an instant that they don't want to overpack all them prisons? Man, get real. Okay, jails are local prisons, are federal, are like federal. So brothers, when you get locked up, you will be providing jobs locally and federally, work programs. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? So if you get locked up in prison and you ain't had a job before, you're going to have a job now. You know what I'm saying? Can you use it on a resume? I don't know. 75% of people locked away in jail are not violent people. They're there because of non-violent offenses. You know what I'm saying? Non-violent offenses. They are not violent people, but they still locked up because they don't got no money. You know what I'm saying? And if you ain't got no money and you go to jail, man, you might as well kiss it goodbye because your trial. You know what I'm saying? Can you get a good offender? I don't know, y'all. I don't know. So 2.2 million people are locked up here in America. 2.2 million people. You know what I'm saying? America has the most largest people locked up in any country in the world. Why is that for? Because they so harsh on all these they harsh on drug offenses. You know what I'm saying? That's why you see it like in 1980, there were only 500,000 people locked up. Now, when that Ronald Reagan did what he did, the war on drugs, aka the war on black people, that number progressed every year. You know what I'm saying? Going up from 500,000 people. You know what I'm saying? 500,000. Now flip it. It's 2016. Now it's 2.2 million. You know what I'm saying? That is a lot of people locked up for crimes, for petty crimes that don't need to be locked up. I'm not feeling it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not feeling it. If people was doing the same stuff that they was doing in 1980s and they still doing the same stuff now, why you got to lock up more people over it? They still going to do the same stuff. And you shouldn't be trying to make funds and money generate off of people misfortune or half luck. You know what I'm saying? You should not do that. You know what I'm saying? That is the sign of a guilty party right there. You know what I'm saying? Why are you locking them up? You know, I remember, y'all, I was listening to this one Asian scientist talk, and he said, however you look at it, 5% of the overall population of any country, 5% of these people will be stuck doing drugs. There is nothing you can do about it. You know what I'm saying? 5% of these people is going to smoke their crack. You can't take their crack away from them. You can't take their methamphetamine. They're going to find a way to get it. They're going to find a way to shoot that heroin up. They're going to find a way to smoke it. They're going to find a way to sniff it. There is no helping for them. You know what I'm saying? Why would this man say this if he not telling the truth? So if America know that 5% of our overall population will be stuck on drugs, hooked on drugs, there is not a drug program in the world that will be able to help these people. You know what I'm saying? So why doesn't America be more softer on a punishment that they know that these people are fighting demons that they'll never be able to win? Let's get real right here. You know what I'm saying? That they're fighting these impulses that they'll never be able to shake. So why is America so invested on criminalizing these people and sticking the law to them when they know there's nothing America could do for them? There's nothing nobody else in society gonna do for them, and they're gonna be stuck on them drugs. So do we have to punish these people so much? You know what I'm saying? If them smoking crack is going to kill them, you locking them up. When he get out, he just going to smoke as much crack as he can until he overdose. Same thing with heroin and any other drug. You know what I'm saying? So basically, you killing these people. So is this eugenics? Is this population control? I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? This is your boy Fish. I don't know. Okay, let's go back down. And some of this information I pulled off the Washington Post and the Huff Post when I was doing my little research. So you people out there that love talking smack on Fat Boy Fish, go ahead and do your own research, because it's going to tell you the same thing like I'm telling you. In Chicago, due to racial discrimination, 72% of all of our folks are stopped and frisked. So if you live in Chicago and you black, you might not want to have nothing on you. You know what I'm saying? If you know for certain that we don't have no stop and frisk here, and they don't just say it's stop and frisk, even though it's the same thing. You know what I'm saying? They don't have a special name to call it. They just gonna violate your rights. Period. You know what I'm saying? They don't call it stop and frisk. It's who are you and what you doing over here? I can't just be a normal person walking down the damn street minding my own business. What you got and what your name is. Black drivers are 31% more likely to be pulled over than white people. During a search, blacks are more likely to be searched and given a ticket. When black men reach the age of 50, then that's when the rate of them being pulled over decreases. So I gotta wait all the way till I'm 50 years old before the police stop looking at me in that way. You know what I'm saying? As long as I'm young the way I am now, they always gonna look at me as a criminal, or I'm doing something because I don't look 50 years old yet. I don't know. I'm just saying. Okay. In St. Louis, 40% of the revenue was generated from traffic tickets. 40% of the city's revenue was generated for traffic tickets. They not playing on these traffic tickets, y'all. They really is not. I gotta go because I got somebody at the door, and it seems like as soon as I get going and I get in my mode, here comes somebody, and they still knocking on the door. So this is your boy Fat Boy Fish for today. Peace and blessings to all my people out there in the world. I'm out.